Hello, guys. Yesterday we were in Exodus chapter 3, and we were talking about the burning bush experience of Moses having to forgive himself for the mess up that he'd made in his life. We have to do the same. But there's another one, this time in Exodus 33, and this has to rank among one of my favorite Moses stories. Moses had led the children of Israel to Mount Sinai. They'd gone up, got the 10 Commandments. Moses came back down, and he found them worshiping the golden calf. You see, they'd seen Moses go. Moses had been away for 40 days, and they thought, oh, well, Moses is as good as dead up there in the smoke and the fire. He's not coming back, but we need to worship something. So let's ask Aaron to make us a golden calf. And they did the stupidest thing. They went to Aaron, and Aaron succumbed to their wishes. They worshipped the calf until Moses arrived. And he had a thrombosis. He tore the place apart. He broke the 10 Commandments on the floor. And he made the people drink the dust of that because he smashed it to pieces. Moses was one angry, angry man. God said to Moses, Moses, come on back up the mountain. We need to talk. So God went back up. So Moses went up the mountain again, and he met with God. And God said, Moses, you're kind of mad, eh? And Moses says, I'm so mad. And God said, well, so am I, but we got to get over it. And Moses said, Lord, how can we get over it? This is just so bad. After all you've done for them, the Red Sea, the Mara, the water, the Amalekites, the great victories you gave them, how could they jack out on you by doing this? And God said, my sentiments exactly. But Moses, this is what we're going to do. My anger roars against the people, but I have a plan. What I'm going to do, Moses, is I'm going to send an angel ahead of you because I made a promise to the children of Israel. I promised to them that I would take them to the promised land, and I will live that promise up because that's what I do. But I won't go with them. I'm going to send an angel instead. Moses came to his senses, and he says to the Lord, he says, Lord, that's not a good plan at all. And God says, why not? Don't you know I'm God? I can do what I like. And Moses said to him, Lord, you wouldn't do that. There's too much at stake for you to jack out on your people right now. And I don't know, you're not going to do that. And God reneged on what he had said to Moses. It says he repented of that thing. Can you imagine that? Imagine that. And God said to Moses, okay, Moses, I will make of you a great nation because you're the man. You're the only one who's obeyed. You and Joshua are the only two. But I won't go with them. And Moses says, I think you will because you've made the promise. And so Moses pleaded for the very, very wicked thing that the people had done. He pleaded for them. And he said, Lord, don't do that. Don't wipe them out, please. You know, you've got to save them. You've got to keep them. Please don't wipe them out. Lord, please just don't do that. And God reneged and said, okay, Moses, I won't. Because of the basis of your prayer, I will go before you. But the clinching line is where Moses said, Lord, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not taking one step further is the exact one. He says, until I'm assured of your presence with me. Now, it's a great story. There's so many incredible parallels and principles for us to live according to. But the thing about this was, Moses was a humble man. And when God said to Moses, Moses, I'm going to wipe them all out, and of you I'm going to make a great nation. Anybody who didn't have the humility of Moses would say, Lord, that's a great idea. Why don't you just wipe them out and make me famous? Wipe me up and make me the celebrity of the day. But Moses didn't do that. He pleaded for the people. He said, Lord, forgive them, even though they've done so much wrong. You see, his humility was seen in his wonder of saying to them, Lord, please forgive these people. Now, as much as Moses' forgiveness for them was not that important, it was important to him. Because Moses, in order to say to God, forgive them, please, had to forgive them himself. Can you imagine that coming down from that hill with the people who'd messed up so badly? Now you have to forgive those people. There was a lot at stake in those days. But Moses, along with God, forgave the people. God went with them, and ultimately they got to the promised land. Isn't that amazing? Moses' humility stopped him from saying, I'll be the big guy. I'll handle this. Make of me a great nation. He didn't do that. He said, Lord, let's repent over that decision or that suggestion, and let's forgive these people and help them to move on. You see, you can measure your forgiveness of others by the degree of which you want good for them. Or do you want good for the people that you have forgiven? For the people that have so wronged you, so abused you, so messed you up? Do you want to forgive them? And well, forgiving is one thing, but wanting something good for them is a completely different thing. But remember, people, we said that when you think good of someone, do good for them, pray for them, care for them, that's the proof of your forgiveness for them. Until you're able to do that, you've still got work to do. So let's work on that, guys. Let's make sure that the people we say that we have forgiven are people who are beneficiaries of our goodness now, even though they have messed up so badly. The criteria on your behalf is humility. To say, Lord, I'm just as bad as them. If I were down there, I probably would have worshipped them as well, worshipped the calf as well. But let's just be grateful that we weren't down there. You know what to do. Have a great day. Bye.